It is so cold. Actually, you know what? It's not that cold yet, but it's going to get down below freezing tonight and it's going to be crazy. But I know a lot of people have it worse than us. You know what? I'm going to turn OBS up just a little bit because I feel like it is not as loud. Those other headphones are nicer, but they don't are like I like that they don't go over my head and they don't squeeze my head, but they keep falling out of my ears. So I need to find I don't know. I don't know. I have headphones that stay in my ears really well, but they're wireless and there's a delay. Chiron, thank you so much for that resub. Oh, what do we do for Chiron? Thanks for that resub. I don't know. I need something. I need different headphones. I don't know, like these ones have been fine for a long time and now like just recently they start to like squish my brain. I feel like they squish my head and they start to give me a headache after a little while. And so I tried these ones, these little in-ear ones, and those ones worked better, but I think I need to do like a smaller silicone or whatever. I don't know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. All I know is these ones these ones start to give me a headache after a while. Okay, so wait a minute. Let me say hi to everybody who's here. We've got Wolf. We've got DJ BJ, who's home from the hospital, which is great. We've got Mac. We've got Rumi, whose daycare is closed on Monday. Wait a minute. Well, you know what? That actually tracks. I was going to say it's supposed to get warmer on Monday, but it takes a while for like so I mean, it's wet outside right now. It's very, very wet outside right now. It didn't necessarily rain, but the air is just very, very moist and it's very foggy and there's just lots of moisture in the air. So that means there must be some toros in the atmosphere. I said, burn. It's cold in here. For a hot second, I didn't get that. Totally get it now. I see DJ. I see Chiron. I see Padawan. I see Tulsis. Oh my goodness, look at you guys. I see Timmy. I see Stroutlog. I see Mikey. Holy moly, look at this. It's a party. So right now we're currently sitting at 59 degrees, but it's supposed to like start raining any minute if it hasn't already, and then it is supposed to rain all night long, and then it's supposed to drop down to 30 degrees, and then it's just supposed to stay really cold for the next couple days. And the lows going into Monday night are supposed to be in the teens. So this is Fahrenheit. So the lowest is supposed to be Sunday night. We're supposed to get down to 14. So all morning this morning, we prepped. I did a big grocery shopping run at the beginning of the week, and then we ran and got just a few things yesterday. So we didn't have to go to the store, but Andrew chopped firewood all morning, and we washed out these big giant water jugs we have that have just been sitting in our garage for a while. I mean, we've done lots and lots of prep. And I will say, I'm actually really proud of the city and also the state of Texas, because way more people seem prepped now than the last time we had something like this happen. Everybody seemed to just kind of be like, I don't know, like, is it really going to get that bad? And yes, it did. It totally did. And the snowpocalypse of like, what was it, 4 years ago? Well, it was before I was pregnant. It was before I had Auden. That snowpocalypse, everybody was stuck in their houses for like 2 weeks. Almost, I think it was 10 days. It was crazy. Yeah, it is definitely very humid here. Like it feels very humid, but it doesn't necessarily feel warm humid, but it just feels very moist outside. All our grass is really wet. Everything is super, super wet. Our kitchen floor is kind of crazy right now because we've been coming in and out with wet, grassy kind of shoes. So, I mean, it doesn't feel freezing yet, but so I'm actually really not that cold. It doesn't feel super freezing yet, but we're with all the moisture that's outside, it's all going to freeze over. And I will be shocked if we leave our house until probably Tuesday. Because I don't. So with that being said, I mean, I don't see any sort of like, I don't see, well, oh wait a minute. Scarecrow says, can't chat today. I've got to get ready for the thingy I'm headed out to. The game thing, the convention. Please stay safe over the weekend. All 5 of you. I'll be thinking of you. Sorry, I can't stay and help decide a winner. I want to talk later about the voting situation. Wish me luck. Thank you for your support. You're a legend. Love you, mate. Oh, he's going to have so much fun. So much fun. He's going to what is it called? A board game convention or something like that? Some convention. I'd love to go to a con. I think it would be really fun. I don't want to be conned. I just want to go to a convention of some kind. I think it would be really fun. Chiron's in Oklahoma. Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily going to be SusieCon 2026 at Torchy's Tacos. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be a snowpocalypse, but there will definitely, I would imagine there will definitely be ice because it is really wet outside. And if it's that wet, then everything's going to freeze. But it's not really necessarily supposed to freeze, like actually freeze until like tomorrow night, maybe tonight. The wind is supposed to pick up this afternoon and then it's just supposed to keep blowing. But we got all our firewood chopped. We got our water things filled. We've got lots and lots of bottled water. We've got lots of food in our fridge. We've got food in our freezer. We've got, I mean, we feel very prepared. We have also never lost power. Because we actually live we live on the same grid. We live right down the street from a hospital. And so I would imagine that's probably why we've never lost power in any of these situations. But I'm prepared to like reach out to my friends and make sure all my friends and all the people that I can think of have power. And I know people that during the snowpocalypse all those years ago, they took people in because there were people that did not have power, and they did. So yeah, I bet that will be so fun. I think Scarecrow's gonna have a great time. I'm really excited for him. So with that being said, I just want to report that yesterday was the first Thursday I've taken off from streaming since I changed my schedule from taking Wednesdays off. And yesterday, as much as I love streaming and as much as I kind of sort of missed it and was like, I'm not going to finish this game as fast or whatever. It was really nice. And it was very peaceful to be able to do school in the morning, take the girls over to grandma's house. Andrew and I got some things done around here. We were able to kind of lay around and take a nap. And I just didn't feel like I was looking at the clock constantly. And it was a night and day difference from what Thursdays have been. And so I really do feel like I made the right decision. As much as it sucks to cut down on streaming one day out of the week, it made Thursdays so much more, it just made yesterday so, I don't want to say so much more enjoyable. It was just enjoyable in a different way. And so it was really, really nice. I got taken in with my 2-year-old, my 1-year-old, and honestly, we ended up having a great time. Yeah, somebody at home at Park Day was like, yeah, we ended up having four families in our house, and we don't have a very big house, but we had 4 families because we had power and they didn't. And I was like, I mean, we've got a pretty big family room. I can imagine taking in a family or two, and we would all just party up, party in the family room. And tonight, our plan is to rent the live action How to Train Your Dragon and watch it because I keep forgetting about it. And a scene of it popped up on my YouTube feed last night, and I watched the very beginning. And after watching the very beginning of the scene, I paused it and was like, I'm not going to ruin this for myself. We're just going to watch the whole movie because this actually looks really great. I don't know how many people here have seen it, but I think it's finally time. And then tomorrow we're probably going to be stuck in our house all day. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll binge watch Lord of the Rings. I don't really know. This season of my life does need that Thursday, and it makes me feel kind of guilty because I definitely feel like, well, not guilty isn't the right word. I just wish I had the time to do all the things I want to do, and I just don't. Not right now. Homeschooling kind of changed everything, and it's not that I regret homeschooling. It's just changed things. And so you're right. This season of my life, I just need that Thursday because even on Wednesdays, I'm like, all right, we got to get school done, and then we go to Park Day. But on Thursdays, it's like, let's get some school done. We'll get you over to grandma's house. And then I get to come home and just like, you know, hey, and it's VT. who finished his Lego thing and is playing. Are you finished with Mio? You guys, did you see all the game ads I posted on the Game Rex channel? I've been coming across so many game ads, and the ones that I've seen, I've just loved. Find a way to eliminate that need for sleep. I know, right? Maybe I should become a zombie. That's what should probably happen. Okay, before we do this guess the game scene, Scarecrow posted, it's pinned in the general discussion. We do not have a winner for a game track for me to listen to. So I'm going to give people a couple minutes. If you want to jump over there and pick a track in the next like 5 minutes, then that would be awesome. If we don't end up having any votes to actually declare a winner, then I will just pick the very first one. So it's pinned on the general Discord channel. So we'll give it like 5 minutes and then we'll listen to it. I think I sound checked. Discord. I think I did. I don't think it'll blast everybody's ears open, but yeah, Mio launched this week. I've been like obsessively listening to the Silk Song soundtrack. I started the new game called Bloomtown, A Different Story, but I've only played it once since then. And you know what? I didn't have a single minute to play Metroid Prime 4. So I haven't done anything extra. I haven't collected any crystals. I haven't done any of that because Wednesday was actually really busy. We had a doctor's appointment for Auden in the morning, and then we did school, and then we had park day, and then I had to make dinner, and then we had youth activities that night, which Ander had to come with us. So we were gone, like we were busy all day Wednesday. And then yesterday I was just kind of, and I'm in the middle of, trying to, my computer, which has a lot of storage space, is running out of storage space because I have like all the stuff I downloaded from my mom's iCloud on it. And then I've got a backup of like all my photos on it and my Google Drive on it. And then I've got this external hard drive that's a terabyte external hard drive, and that's got a bunch of pictures on it, but that was formatted for my Mac. So I had to like file share all the files from my Mac to my PC. And now I have tons of pictures on my PC. And so I've been trying to organize them and like figure out where all my picture sources are, because I've got my Mac, I have my phone, I have my laptop, I've got all sorts of different, and then I had my Google Drive, and I had all these different places. And so I thought I had all my pictures. And then of course I switched phones about a year or so ago. I don't remember when it was. I switched from an Apple to an Android, and I wanted to make sure I got all my pictures off my Apple phone before. And I swear I did on my Mac. But then when I went into my Mac last night, all the originals are missing. And so there's no way for me to not all of them, but a lot of them, some really important ones. The originals are missing, and I must have accidentally gone in and tried to clean up the files, not through the Apple app, just through like the actual iPhoto library, but that breaks the library in the Photos app. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've lost all these. I've lost the videos of Charlotte meeting her little sister for the first time. I've lost them. They're gone. They don't even play in iPhoto. iPhoto kept crashing because it was like, we can't find these photos. And I was so upset. And I was like, well, I mean, I guess it could be worse. I could have lost like all of Auden's baby pictures or whatever. So at the very end of the night at like 10:30, I finally like finished in the office because I'd been transferring files back and forth. And I went into my room and I looked over at my laptop, and I opened up my laptop. I have an entire clean, beautiful backup of all my iPhone photos sitting on my laptop. So those pictures and videos aren't gone. They were just in another place. So I have to get them from another place. But at least I can plug my external in that. So I have all these hodgepodge of pictures from my iPhone that I dragged and dropped onto my Android, but because they're taken with an iPhone, they're in like a different place. It's such a mess.
Back it up, Terry,
It's crazy, but we have Salty. We also have Gail and McKay. So, how's it going, guys? We're giving everybody just a couple minutes to vote for a song. Oh, look at that. I see votes coming in. Votes are coming in. We do have a winner so far. I'll give it one more minute. It's pinned in the general channel on the Discord. We do have a winner, and that was not the one I was gonna play, actually. I was gonna just play the first one, but so I'll give it one more minute for people to vote, and then we'll get into that. So these last 2 days have been totally crazy, totally bananas. Although yesterday was really kind of a peaceful thing, but it was peaceful. I didn't feel like I was like chasing the clock, but I certainly also didn't have time to just sit and play Metroid. But even last night when we were laying in bed and like the girls were in bed and everything had kind of wound down, Ander was like, I really enjoyed today. And I was like, you know what? I did too. I really did. It was a really nice day. How would you submit music? You submit it through the Discord. So my Discord has a channel called, where is it? Okay, it's under hobbies. It is called Musical Intoxication. Musical Intoxication. You know what? I should probably create a separate channel now that I think about it. I need to just make a guess the game scene channel. So everybody has thrown in, or they have submitted their game files, but they've somehow, I don't know who does it. I don't know if it's DJ or if it's Chiron or if people can do it their own or whatever. They have stripped the metadata from it. So it just comes up as an MP3. So it doesn't come up with any like YouTube information or anything, because the whole goal is for me to not know what it comes from. So so that's how you submit them. But you know what? Looking at it now, Musical Intoxication was a place for people to upload really cool music, but now I never check it because now it has tons and tons and tons of guess the game scene things, and I don't want to ruin that. And so I think what I need to do is I need to create 2 separate channels. And one of them should be under community. That guess the game scene should be under community, but that takes a whole lot of, or yeah, thread or something, because I want to keep the gate, like the music submissions separate, so Scarecrow can find them, because he does the poll every week, which takes it off of my plate, which I think is great. But I also, if somebody posts like really cool music that they love, like a song that was just released or a song they just found, I don't want to miss that. So I'll have to do a thread. I forget about threads. Hey, it's Skybird. Gail discovered iPhone files are the downscaled versions and the originals are only in iCloud. When I downloaded them off my phone, I got the optimized versions, then deleted everything. You know what? All the pictures from my mom's memorial were all taken with iPhones. All my cousins have iPhones, and I feel like they actually don't look they look a little grainy. And I'll bet it's because they just group messaged them to me and my brother and my sister. And so that's on my list as well, is to email or text message all my cousins and be like, you know, all those pictures you took from my mom's memorial, could you email those to me instead of just sending them via text? Because I think some of the quality has gotten lost. Because we took tons of pictures, and from far away, the pictures look fine. But when you get up close and look at people's faces, they look very, very grainy. And I don't know. Yeah. So I mean, obviously I made the switch from Apple. I don't love the way Apple does things. I really love some things Apple does. Or maybe if I give them a link to, or maybe if they download it to like Google Photos, or maybe if they upload them to, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Like, most of the pictures are not going to end up like framed on my wall, but still, I just couldn't help noticing. I was like, man, pictures these days, both Android and iPhone cameras have they're amazing cameras. So how are these pictures so grainy? A lot of it looks really crisp, but then you kind of get into the faces and I'm like, why do our faces look like, I feel like my phone could take a better picture than that. Yeah, can you send me a higher quality? I don't know. Maybe I can create like a Google Drive or something. I think I did this when I went to girls camp last summer. I think we created a Google Drive, and then I just gave the link out to all the other counselors that were at camp with me. Yes, darling. It is not screen time, but you have 20 minutes-ish until screen time. No, I don't want to lose those. Maybe they do have iCloud, but I don't have iCloud. But maybe I can create like a Google Photos drive or something for them to take from iCloud to, I don't know. I left Apple a while ago because I was mad at how they walled everything off and were like, but no, you need an Apple app to use this. Yes, ma'am. I don't want to put it on you, babe, because I don't want these to get lost. These are hand stitched, um, like, what are they called? Patches by Lindsay. I need to use them as giveaways, and they've just been like hanging out in here. Oh yeah, and speaking of Final Fantasy VII Remake, there's a little booty sprout, chocobo, baby chocobo. 20 more minutes. I did not see that it released, but I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming to Switch 2, which is mind-boggling to me. Okay, let's see. Do we have a winner? Oh, we have a tie. We have a tie. We have a tie between Scarecrow Mystery Game Music number 2 and 18. But 18 was the one that was in the running, like was winning first. So I think that's probably the one I'll choose. Oh, just kidding. Somebody changed their mind. Oh, just kidding. Oh no, somebody just changed it. All right, that one won. It's number 5. It's got 5 votes. Okay. That's the one we'll do. Okay, excellent. Hold on. That's really the only time I've ever had a problem with people like sharing photos, but maybe it's because they shared so many at a time. I'm not really sure, but I'm sure they probably all still have them. And then we also, not that I'm going to get into any of this because that's not why I stream, but and then you have like officials, like state officials that just like leave and you're like, we did this once. You did this once. Why are you doing it again? How do you not know that this is going to look even worse? It already looked bad at the first time, like the first time it happened. And now it just looks like, yeah, it's like the chords in that game were very like in that song did not go together, but I can't think of what the word is. Dissonant. I know dissonant is a term musically, but I can't think of what it's like when the chords aren't perfect, like they don't match up together and make a nice pretty sounding chord. I think it's called a dissonant chord, right? Hey, it's collaboration. Tulsa says, so this was my first Guess the Game Scene, and I love it. It's so much fun. So every other Friday, we've been doing, I'll do a Guess the Game Scene, and then like two, oh, watch the, hey, it's no yoga. Don't forget to pause. Oh yeah, we found what was it? It was a snake or was it a bunny? I don't remember what it was. It was like, we found a baby bunny or a baby snake in the backyard. Yeah, well, you'd think that I would have learned my lesson, but there have been other times where I've forgotten to pause as well. I don't think any of them have ended that poorly. But yeah. Don't forget to pause your game. Okay, so see, I didn't do any of this. Yeah, dissonance, right? Yeah, it's like when it's not like da da da. That's a chord. It's like da da da, and it sounds really weird when you put it together. It's like, whoa, Chiron, that was so nice of you. Oh my gosh, that was such a lovely surprise. Thank you so much for that. I feel like offering a kazoo song after that is lame, but like, that's I can deliver that. And what was the song we were just listening to? I don't know the song well enough. Oh, what was I just listening to the other day? I think I was listening. Hey, Landrider. I was showing Ander Bilewater. Sounds way worse on a kazoo. I was like, this is one of the most beautiful tracks in the whole game, and it's to the worst place in the whole game. We hated Bilewater. We hated it. It's filled with parasites and poison, and oh, it's the worst. Is anybody excited for the DLC for Silksong? I am. Bring it on. I've had a break. It's fine. It'll be great. It'll be so great. Thank you so much for that, Chiron. That was very, very kind of you. I did not have any time over the last 2 days to do any sort of collecting or anything like that on my own. So we're just collecting crystals and also secrets because I was kind of hoping to have time to do that over the last 2 days and I did not. And you know what? Depending on how far I get today, if our power doesn't go out, I may just hop on the Discord tomorrow and just do some collecting because we're going to be stuck. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be stuck here. We're probably not going to go anywhere because everything's going to be frozen. Oh, murder mystery parties are so fun. Those are so fun. I've gone to one and I had an absolute blast. I've been looking for reasons and like opportunities to do one since. Oh, that's right. Where does it start? All the way down there. Okay. You know what we're going to do? We are going to eliminate these dudes. Okay, so what are my thoughts on this game so far? Well, I think it's a great game. I do question some of the oh, they keep coming out of those holes. Of course they do. Nope. They were like, "No, you think you're going to get out of this? No." I think it's a great game. I think it's a fine addition. Yeah, I'm going to say great. I do think it's a great game. I've enjoyed it a lot, and it's had a lot of really... What is my end goal here, actually? Hold on. Where am I going? Where am I trying to go? Okay, so the open portion of the game, I feel like there's just not enough to do. I know what they were going for, but there just really isn't a lot to do. And they give you this really cool bike, but then all it really is a glorified crystal collecting. Can I not? Oh, okay. That helps, I guess. That seems dumb, but okay. It's basically just a glorified crystal collecting quest, and that does feel a little cheap. For how awesome the game is, for like how awesome the bike is, it definitely feels like they kind of didn't give the bike enough love. There just isn't enough to do. I really wish there were more, I wish there were more shrines. I think that would be really beneficial to have more shrines. Like I'm in a shrine right now. I think that would be really awesome. Oh, see, look at that. I am... Oh, what? That's lame. But I feel like, yeah, it is. It feels kind of like the Sky area in Skyward Sword where there is some stuff to do, but for the most part, it's just a glorified collecting like quest. And they don't tell you, okay, I gotta follow this. They don't tell you that the quest is like absolutely necessary until you're already kind of like more than halfway through the game. And so it feels a little like, well, okay, like that would have been really nice to know earlier. So I could have been like, I don't understand how this works. Am I missing like aren't you supposed to be able to just move straight up the wall if you plant a bomb? Oh. Like, am I missing like a mechanic or something? I feel like, oh, I see. You gotta go up, and then you're golden. You gotta go all the way up and then you drop down. Okay, I see. I've really enjoyed the boss designs, and I have liked the storyline for the most part. I don't love... Oh, no. I don't love the addition of the people, but I also feel like... I don't know. I can definitely see, I'm trying to focus on this and also talk at the same time. I don't love the addition of the people. Yes, it's an extremely well-polished game with a lot of questionable design decisions. I really loved View. I love View. I would have enjoyed more if my companions had like busted in at the end of the final boss and saved and like helped me take down the final boss, or maybe showed up at the end of the game and helped me take down the final boss instead of just showing up at the end of the mine when I thought they were all gone. I don't know. But at the same time, I also understand that devs aren't going to make everybody happy and that you just kind of have to... Wait a minute, but there is no... Oh yeah, there is. There is no spoon. See, I thought you could use a bomb and like go upward, but I guess if you're on a slope. Okay, hold on. I'm missing things. May just, what's this game since affording a Switch 2 is like far in the future. I may just watch this game. I know. I feel like it's a fine game, and I do love that I get to play a Metroid Prime game. I feel very, very lucky that I'm able to do that. I think that's great, but I do question a lot of their decisions, a lot of their design decisions. But I also understand that they didn't want to, they couldn't start over again. And so they just did what they did, and they used what they had. I have enjoyed it a lot, but the parts that I don't love, I definitely am like, but they haven't ruined the entire game for me. I don't want you guys to think that. They haven't like totally ruined the entire game for me. I just feel like there were definitely some interesting decisions they made. But I also feel like I'm really struggling. Speaking of decisions, I feel like I'm really struggling with this puzzle because I can't figure out... Oh, wait a minute. I can't figure out where the heck I'm supposed to... Yeah, I've never played the other M. I have no interest in playing the other M. Let's just say that I really hope they take this game and they take the thing. I hope they do what they did in Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West. I hope they take the things that worked in this game and they build on them, and then they take the things that didn't work and get rid of them and just improve everything. You know what I mean? Like, of course, Horizon Zero Dawn was a great game to begin with. And so that's really easy to be like, well, I hope they, I didn't have any qualms with Horizon Zero Dawn. But when they did Horizon Forbidden West, I was like, oh my gosh, they made everything even better. I don't know how they did that, but they did it. So I just feel like, I think we might have, no, where was I? I was lost. I don't remember. I am lost. I don't remember how I got up there. No, it wasn't over here. And I feel like I'm having a really hard time focusing because I'm trying to focus on where the fruit I'm headed in this puzzle. Like, the bike works. Samus is always awesome. We love Samus. Samus is great. You know, and I completely understand and respect open world exploration. Totally, 100%. But they just need to execute it in a better way. There just isn't enough to do in the desert. There's just not enough to do at all. I had it and then I lost. Maybe was it over here? I don't remember if it was over here or not. Keep looking up there. And you are such a problem. I would have had it if it wouldn't have been for one of your kind. I am saving in one save slot. I didn't even think about not saving in one save slot. That's probably wise to save multiple times. Did anybody else struggle with this puzzle as much as I am? Because holy cow. This puzzle sucks. I feel like I went back for I backtracked and then... You might want to use the other ones. That's ominous. I can't remember which one I went up to get up there. Every time I think I see a way, I actually don't see a way. And I end up going in the same... Yeah, I go in the same direction every single time. This should not be this hard. Susie, get it together. Leave me alone. Yeah, I don't like this puzzle because... Oh, I could see where I needed to go up, but I couldn't get up there. Like, I need to connect. I see that. I need to connect there. I feel like I've made the rounds all the way around, and yet I cannot get up. I was up there one time, and now I can't figure out how to get back up there. Because you can't... Usually, you can plant a bomb and go straight up, but they don't let you do that in this one. Whoops. Oh, wait, can you spring ball? No, you cannot. This is it. This is today's stream. Just this puzzle. Maybe this is it. You go the... Oh, yeah. Look. We're going to go up, up. Even farther. Oh, no, that's not it. That didn't do anything. That's okay. Oh, see, this is where it gets really crazy. Because you're like upside down. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, man. We figured it out. Holy cow. That puzzle was stupid. But at the same time, good job, Samus. Good job, girl. You did it. Yay! I know, I was getting kind of tired of that sound. Do I not already have one of these? Oh, so we have charged shots and then we have supercharged shots. Got it. Wow, sorry I just took 15 10 minutes of your lives figuring out that dumb puzzle. It's okay, we figured it out. It's fine. Good job, Samus. Now we can just teleport. Out. Whoop. Yeah, so we're basically collecting crystals and we're collecting mech parts. So I don't mind. I was talking about this 2 days ago during the stream last. It's Grandpa! Thanks for the resub. Oh, I don't know if we're facing lots of snow, but we're facing ice for sure. For sure. Oh yeah, I'll stream for sure. If I still have power tomorrow, I'll probably hop on Discord and play either some of this or just play a game or something, just because we're not going to have a lot to do because we're going to kind of sort of be stuck inside. But it's not freezing yet. It's not supposed to get down to freezing until tonight, potentially tomorrow. Wow, my life is down a lot. There's some green ones. So they don't tell you that you actually need those green crystals until like 3/4 of the way through the game. And now you've hit this kind of bottleneck where you're like, oh, okay, I guess I need to actually collect all these green crystals. And so if you have not been collecting the crystals, then you potentially run into like literally having to spend hours collecting these dumb crystals. You know what I mean? And I think it would have behooved the devs to be like, to have Miles say something at the very beginning about the memory fruit and be like, oh, this is something we need or whatever. So that all these times that you've been traveling back and forth between all the different areas, it's very clear that you need to pick up crystals along the way, because I thought it was optional, but it's not. So now we're just collecting crystals. Did you hear one of the head honchos of this game has called it the last Metroid game? Really? They don't have to not make Metroid games. They can make another one like Dread. Listen, I'm not a dev. I don't know. Maybe they can't. I don't know. But I would imagine it's probably easier to make a game like Dread than it is to make a game. Oh, his last Metroid. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. Like, we're never getting another Metroid game ever again? Wait, is this it? Oh no. Does it have a thing inside it? I don't remember. Whoa! It just RUNNOFD. Just run off. Just disappeared. Oh, this is why I haven't gotten this secret, because I needed to grapple for it, and there is no mech part here for me to get because I have the grapple now. I think so. I can hear it. I think I can hear it. They also didn't put that cool little sound when you get a secret or when there's a secret nearby, which I kind of sort of miss. I would love another Prime game, but I do think they should. I find obviously this is just Susie Grace's opinion, but I find that game developers often take they often take like gamers' feedback, and they're like, well, and they try to defend the decisions they made instead of just being like, all right, thanks for the feedback, and then they just make another game that maybe has better mechanics or whatever. You don't have to sit and like, you can take feedback, not critical. What am I thinking of? Critique. You can take some critique and be an adult and be like, all right, I appreciate your critique and I appreciate your feedback, and then move on and make a game that maybe does things a little bit better. You don't have to just sit and defend every decision you made simply because you somehow feel like people are mad and you made this decision and therefore you're trying to defend what you decided to do. It's okay for you to have mechanics that didn't really work. That's okay. The game isn't bad, but I just think it's better for you to be like, all right, we've taken all the feedback and we've listened, instead of, yeah, this will be the last Metroid game in the same way Fantasy was final. I just think a lot of times devs feel the need to like explain away the decisions they made, whereas I feel like as a dedicated fan base of Metroid games, I think it would go a long way to hear the developer be like, or the person in charge to be like, we really wanted that desert experience and the bike experience to be a good one, and we realized that we fell a little short, and we don't think it certainly didn't ruin the game, but we understand that we could definitely make some changes to make that a more enjoyable experience or whatever. That way you're not saying everything sucked. You're just saying it wasn't as great as it could have been, and we will deliver the next time or something like that. You know what I mean? I just feel like it looks better and more adult to admit, wait a minute. I've been here. Haven't I? I got this. Oh, it's below. What? It is below me? Oh my goodness, so it is. I didn't even need a special thing to come here. I could have gotten that forever ago. Okay. Good job, Samus. Why didn't Miles tell me that? Just kidding. Miles. Poor Miles. He takes the brunt of my frustrations. I also just don't think they needed to explain to anybody where they needed to go or what they needed to do, because most Metroid players are aware that that's what a Metroidvania is. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to go to the places that you clearly can't get to yet. That happens in every Metroidvania, whether it's Silksong, Hollow Knight, even Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, or I'm sorry, not Sands of Time. Lost Crown, whatever it was, any Metroid game, Castlevania. I mean, that's just how a Metroidvania works. You don't necessarily need direct instructions. You just know, oh, I got a new power. Where else can I go now? And that's just kind of baked into the whole Metroidvania. I don't know. Whatever. But for the most part, I have really enjoyed it. I would say it's a 7 out of 10. There are definitely things they could have done that would have made it more enjoyable, but I feel like it's a 7 out of 10 for me. So not that they have like the whole area is open world and can make cash on the next, as IP and make cash on the next open world version. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to take risks and see if it works. And if it doesn't work, you can be like, okay, I now understand that that's not going to work and that we need to go in a different direction. And sometimes it gives you the feedback that you need, like in this one, to be like, okay, so this kind of thing would work, but we have to execute it in a better way. I hope I'm making sense. I feel like my whole brain is just not braining. I feel like I'm... Oh, I heard like sound. Crazy sound. Oh, I did hear sound. It's because of those freaking fellas. That's fair. Okay, what was this? This was a... something. This was a... Oh, I think this is a power... super missile? Hey, it's Songu! Just make it not look like Mars. Yeah, I love the idea of an open world Metroid game, but I also love Metroid games as they are. You will not hear me complain if they release every single another Metroid Prime and another and another and another in the exact same formula with just different stories and different upgrades and different like cool stuff that follow the same formula. It's just like Metroidvanias. I don't care if they all copy each other. I love them and I will play them all. I don't care. There are a lot of gamers out there that'll be like, yeah, but we're tired of the same old stuff. Not me. Give me a different protagonist. Give me a really pretty soundtrack. Give me really pretty graphics. You know what? You don't even have to do that. I'm down with pixels. I love pixel art. I love it. Pixel art Metroidvania, sold. I don't care if it all follows the same stuff. If you can... What? There is another secret here? Did I not just get that secret? Is this a glitch? Of course it's not. I am confused. Oh, it's probably right in here, probably. Whoops. So, I don't know. I feel like there are some things that it's okay for you to just have the same type of deal, but I really do think Breath of the Wild really changed the game and changed like the whole idea of games because they reinvented so hardcore and it ended up being such a success that now all these other games are like, but what about Breath of the Wild? We have to make Metroid but we have to make it a Breath of the Wild. And I'm over here like, that would be cool, but only if it's executed right. I am perfectly happy to play Metroid Prime 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Metroid Prime 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I would be fine with that and have them all follow the same formula as long as they each have somewhat unique aspects to themselves, whether it's no, I don't lament that devs don't take risks. Hey, it's Sword Art. All I'm saying is sometimes if you want to test something out, then the only thing you really can do is take a risk and see if it works. And if it doesn't work, it's like, okay, well, that didn't work and that just is what it is. But I am perfectly happy playing the same type of Metroid game over and over and over again, as long as they can make storylines that are unique. You know what I mean? I got that secret. Is there another secret here that I'm missing? It's supposed to be right there, but I got it. Did I not? I just got that. We're gonna circle back here because I could swear. Well, and there will always be people. There will always be people who complain no matter what. I am not complaining about this game. I think this game has been really fun. I'm really enjoying it. I've had a great time. It's got one of my favorite Metroid Prime boss designs I've ever seen. I loved the dragon. I thought the dragon was super cool. I've enjoyed it a lot. Are there certain things that I'm like, man, I kind of wish they would have rethought that? Sure. But for the most part, I really, really have enjoyed this game a lot. And like I said, I would give it a 7. Is it a 10? No, it's not a 10. But sometimes your game isn't a 10, and that's okay. They have lots of 10s under their belt. In my opinion, anyway. I love all Metroid Prime games. And I will probably replay this again someday, probably. Hey, it's Aram, how's it going? Needs at least 8 more hours of Miles screen time to be a 10, that's right. Oh, I can't take a drink right now because I got people after me. Or bugs after me. Where are you? Okay, wait, where are you all coming from? You're coming from, have I not scanned you already? A sand shred, right? Okay, I thought I'd scanned everybody, but apparently not. That must be a part, I think, that's hanging right there. You are too big for a bug. Way too big. That's a leg or something. Okay, wait. It is undamaged. Finger flexion will trigger with an electric current. Ah. Oh. Let go. Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold on to that anymore. I'm enjoying it. Is it my favorite of the primes? No. But I think it is a solid addition. I do like Dread better than this one. I loved Dread. I thought Dread was a perfect game. I loved Dread. Okay, well, there's a secret here. So they conveniently put mech parts and secrets in the... Oh, there are 2. There's one in this wreckage and there's one in the other wreckage. Where do we go? You know what? I actually think... Oh! It's just in a box. Just in a box. Do I like this better than Prime 3? No. I would say that it goes, for me, my hierarchy is Metroid Prime 2, Metroid Prime 1, Metroid Prime 3, Metroid Prime 4. But even then, but the difference between Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3 is like this much. Like, I love all of them. But I do feel like those 3 have more replay value than this one because the collecting quest does, the collecting the crystals quest is not great. But I don't believe the game deserves hatred. I don't believe it deserves like people being like, this game freaking sucks, or this is a terrible game, or whatever. I don't believe it deserves that. I think it's fine. And it's super pretty too. It's really pretty. Oh, Dread was wonderful. I loved Dread so much. Just the graphics and everything. It was just, yeah, it was so smooth. Okay, well, it's saying that there's another secret right here, but I don't see anything that needs to be. Oh, I thought that was like a. I bet it's probably on top up there, maybe, but I cannot get on top. Okay, we'll revisit this one later. I guess you see this a lot in like YouTube videos when YouTubers become really popular for some thing that they do, and then they become really popular and they do that, but then they decide to do something completely different, and they are like, oh, I've got this great idea, and they completely pivot off of what made them so famous in the first place, and then it flops, and then they lose a ton of followers, and they're like, but I don't understand. It's like, well, your subscribers loved what you were doing. They loved the idea that you already had. And so to completely reinvent is a huge risk. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And when it doesn't, it really, really can damage your whole entire channel. And so I guess if you're going to try and start like a YouTube channel or something, it should be something that you are relatively like you enjoy for the most part, because if you do make it big, that's what your audience wants. They don't want to see you completely reinvent or anything, because that's not what they're there for. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not saying that you can't reinvent. I'm just saying it's a huge risk, and it either works out really well or it doesn't work out at all. Wait a minute. Oh, hold on. Well, there's a room back there. But you would also not give Silk Song a 10 out of 10 because it's so hard. That is an interesting. I would probably give Silk Song a 10. Oh, what is that? I see it's a thing. I would probably give it a 10 out of 10, even though it was hard, because I just thought everything they did with it was so wonderful. Even though it was challenging, the amount of thought and appreciation that went into that game, I loved it. I thought it was just such a feat that they were able to take Hollow Knight and turn it in and create a world that felt so similar to it, but also so completely different. That was just wild to me, how familiar it felt when we first got there, because it was like, when we first got to Farloom, it was like, oh yeah, I feel like I've been here before, even though I haven't, because it feels really similar to Hollow Knight. But then at the same time, it was so different than Hollow Knight as well. I loved the addition of the fleas, and I loved, and they had better music. I feel like they had better music because they had more orchestral instruments they were working with. I think Hollow Knight only had a viola, cello, and a piano, and then everything else was basically made with a computer. But Silk Song had like more of a symphony, and it showed. The music just felt a lot more grand, a lot bigger. I loved it. And it was really hard, but I also found myself making things harder on myself because I just refused to back down. Like, I refused to be like, you know what? I am obviously not supposed to come here yet. They did us dirty with Hunter's March being attached to Deep Docks, because all of us were like, well, it's like right at the very beginning of the game. So clearly it must be easy. And it was not. First time I did it, it was terrible. And it gave me such a run for my money. And the Savage Beastfly was insane. And I could not do anything with it. And it took me so many tries to beat him. Second time, I didn't go back to Hunter's March until shoot, I was like 10 hours into the game, 12, 15, 20 hours into the game, and I annihilated him. So part of it is my stubbornness of being like, no, I have to beat him right now. No, you don't. You can just wait. It's fine. What the heck? Wait, no, I've actually, I think I've used you guys before, or I've scanned you guys. But yes, there were definitely so many parts of it that felt very, very, very hard. And I guess I did feel like there were parts that were kind of unfair. Like the whole run back to Grohl felt very unfair. I was like, really? You're going to give us this insane boss that is so challenging. Oh, wait a minute. I see what's going on here. You got to burn all this stuff, right? Everything is burnable, right? Everything. How the heck? Oh, maybe that. I can't tell what all is flammable and what isn't. This wall? Flammable, yes. Maybe there's like a secret passageway, secret... I don't even think we have to go up. We do. Or like Carmelita, like I should have just taken a breather and just walked away and been like, you know what? I am not prepared for this right now. I am feeling really frustrated. But instead, I was like, no, I'm going to do it right now. And you know what? My sister struggled so much with the Coral Tower and took Carmelita down in way less tries, way fewer tries than me. And I felt the opposite. I felt like Coral Tower was much easier to handle than Carmelita. Carmelita gave me such a run for my money, and my sister could not do the Coral Tower. She finally did it. She finally managed to do it, but... Okay, well, I've now shot, like, everything. No, I have not. Oh, I've not... There's gotta be like a hole somewhere, or like... Yeah, Silk Song. Some people just want to see shrines burn. Oh, I see it! It's over here. It's there! I don't even think I had to burn anything. Yeah. I don't think I even had to burn all that stuff. But I was thinking that it's some little magical pathway or something would open up, but it didn't. In Hollow Knight, sometimes I felt the clunkiness was part of the difficulty. I never feel like that in Silk Song. The clunkiness, interesting, I never felt like Hollow Knight felt clunky at all. I felt like it was very, very super, super tight. The controls were always crazy tight. I never felt like it was clunky. That's very interesting that you felt like it was clunky. To this day, I have never been able to finish the Trial of the Fool. Never. I try every time I play it, and it's always, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I don't need anybody to get angry at me. Look, man, I'm just coming for the shrines. And I know there's a secret right here, but I need these crystals first. It's like right here, right? This looks like a place. Tokabi. Tokobi? I can never remember his name. It's one of the two. Tokabi? Okay, it's like here, or maybe it's in the ground. Yeah, it's like right there. Unless it's up in the air. So I'm supposed to like... Oh, I think I understand. Maybe. Oh, no, never mind. I'm facing it. It's on top of that, probably on top of that rock. man, Dark Souls. I have no interest in Dark Souls, but my brother sure loves Dark Souls. Oh. Okay, so it's got to be at the... Yeah, there's just not a lot to do for this bike, and it makes me sad because the bike is really cool. At first, when I first saw the ad with the bike, I was like, what? But I really like the bike. The bike is super cool, but there's just nothing to do with it. Oh, and we can't even jump up on there. There's a secret here? What? Where, I ask you? It's gotta be up on top, but like... How? There's nothing around it. And there we go. Full circle. If they rush development, then yeah, that would make sense. And it's sad that they had to rush development. I mean, that's a bummer. Obviously, okay, wait. Obviously, I don't wish that for anybody. I wish people could just make their games and take the time they need to make their games. But I also understand, you know, deadlines and all that. Like, I get that. But although if you're gonna... Okay, we've already done this one. If you're going to announce a game, though, I do feel like announcing a game before it's ready or before it's even close to being ready, that's on you. That's really on you because you've got to, like, you better be able to deliver. And if you can't deliver, then obviously, yeah, there are going to be problems. But these games that get announced like with Silksong, really. I mean, I don't know why they announced it as early as they did, if they still kept working. I don't know. I just feel like you should honestly not announce a game unless it's literally, unless you can guarantee that it's within a year of development. You know what I mean? Okay. We've done that. Okay, here's another one. Yeah, that makes sense. Because they don't want another Silksong situation. It is crazy that they got to a point where they had to actually say things like, there will be no Silksong news or whatever. Like game awards and game... Oh, that sucks. Game announcements or directs or whatever even got to a point where they were like, yeah, there is not going to be any Silksong news or something because people were so desperate for it that they had to be very clear. Prime 4 came out 8 years after the announcement. That's insane. You should not announce a game if you are not like in the final stages, if you ask me. I don't know. Nobody did ask me. It's like, wait, is there a secret here? Because I thought there was. Is there not? It says there's a secret here. I do not see a secret though. I don't know, the announcement and then the radio silence generated so much hype for Silksong. That's true, it sure did, and no other game has ever, like... Oh yeah, I remember doing this. No other game has ever shut down every single game store. It's totally wild. Totally wild. I feel like my map is glitchy because it says that there's a secret here, but there is definitely no secret. I keep pushing the wrong button. There is no secret on the map here in this shrine. But if I come out onto the world map, it shows there is a secret here. So is it outside? Is it not in the shrine? Did any of you guys experience this where you had the map like glitch and not update with where a secret was? Because the little secret marker is on... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there's a secret marker on there. Hey, it's Fan! Maybe there is. Maybe there's a secret tunnel. that's interesting. It says there's a secret there, but I do not see a secret in there in that shrine. Yeah, the bike is super cool. Just not enough to do with it. We're just collecting crystals. That's all we're doing. There aren't even like there aren't even a whole lot of baddies that you can like totally just ride and take down. I mean, they have those mech things, but like those don't feel as fun. I don't know. Those don't feel as fun to take down. I wish there were more. I mean, I don't necessarily want a place that's crawling with grievers, but at the same time, I do kind of like the idea of like maybe having like waves of grievers. You know how in Breath of the Wild there are those big waves of like keys, all those keys that come and just kind of like take you out. It would be kind of fun if just every once in a while there were just these big waves of grievers and you could just like totally take them out with a boost of your bike. That would be kind of rewarding. I don't love grievers, especially since I know that they're Lemorne, but at the same time they're trying to kill me. So obviously I gotta look out for myself. Is there a mech part here? No. I just marked this because there is a secret here. Let's be real. The digital stores only crashed because there were no physical copies of Silk Song. That is true. That is true. If there were physical copies, then I don't think the store would have crashed. People would have just pre-ordered. Yeah. That's true. I forgot about that. He's just waiting. Oh, see you later, buddy. Okay. What are we looking for? We're looking for something. Secret. It's gotta. And this visor sounds like it makes sounds like there is a secret nearby. It makes the same kind of sounds that always plays in the Metroid Prime games when like a secret is close by. And so it's very it's like kind of discombobulating or discombobulating? No, what's the term I'm looking for? Yeah, the fact that it's only grievers. That's it. Just grievers all the time. They are a good enemy, but it's true. It's like these are the only things that you fight. Oh, maybe it's in here. Oh. Wait a minute, but I've gotten this. Does it say, oh. That's because I had that. No, it's fine. Okay, I meant I had a marker here. I'm now removing that marker. Okay. Mech parts? Wow, I haven't even found all the mech parts. Okay. I thought I had found them all. I am imagining I'm supposed to go to Ice Belt. Like, imagine if they only popped up after turning on the Ice Belt and they all melted out. And that was the first time you saw them. They could have created a whole host of enemies for this desert area. I honestly feel like I'm just spending a lot of time complaining about the game or saying things like, well, they should have done this. I'm just making conversation. I honestly feel like the game is fine. And if you like Metroid games, I say play it. I think it's... here's what I'll say. I think it is 100% worth a play. Is it worth purchasing a Switch 2 for? Probably not. The animation and the graphics are really great, and it's a really pretty game, but ultimately, no. I do not think it is like oh man, I have to buy a Switch 2 to play this. I don't think you do. I don't think this is your Switch 2 title. If there were a Zelda game coming out that was... Oh my gosh, I cannot get my buttons straight. Okay. If there were a Zelda title coming out, like a brand new Zelda title coming out that was only available on the Switch 2, and I'm not talking about Hyrule Warriors, I'm talking like a totally brand new Zelda game that was like that had an actual storyline and had actual quests and things like that, much like Tears of the Kingdom / Breath of the Wild, then I would say, oh yeah, I need to get a Switch 2 for that. But just having... getting a Switch 2 just to play Metroid Prime 4, I don't feel like that's your Switch 2 game. Is it pretty? Yes. Is it absolutely, like, mandatory? No. And to be honest, I don't really know what the differences are. I haven't really watched like a comparison video. These graphics are gorgeous, but as far as the gameplay goes, I think it would be just fine on the regular Switch. See, we're just collecting crystals here. That is a pretty fun move to do, though, I will not lie. What do you say, Icebill? I do also kind of wish... I missed him! Wow, way to go, Samus. Did you see my cool writing there, you guys? I just totally missed those green crystals. It was so good that I just went right in between them. I was so good. I'm such a good driver out here. Okay, wait, I need 2 more? Goodness, okay. Wait, I have no... Oh, yep, I have. Lower resolution. Load times. Yeah, it is. It's on Switch 1 anyway. Okay, here's another issue. You've got all these areas that are on like the 4 different corners, the corners of the map, and there is no fast travel system. So they make you drive your motorcycle from one corner all the way to the other corner. But then the places that you go into, you're going like deep inside and oftentimes down. And so it's a huge slog. Oh, I just remembered. There is one. There's an entrance. There's one. Yeah. There's a mech part at the entrance of Ice Belt. And then I think there is a mech part. Oh, maybe there isn't one at the entrance of. Okay. I just remembered. It's not what I thought it was. It's not like it's not like a Galactic Federation ship or something. There's just like an arm, just like sitting up on the. Okay. I need to go to the north. And so the traveling does kind of, it really does kind of make backtracking frustrating because there's no fast travel system and you're just riding across this massive desert. And I understand that they made that a thing so you can collect crystals, but it feels really punishing because you're like, ugh, really? I gotta drive all the way back there. That is not ideal. And then you got these bird things, which are, you know, bird things. Yeah, there it is. But riding the bike is really fun. And getting the bike was really fun. I really liked Volt Forge. I thought Volt Forge was really cool. I would say that was probably my favorite place out of the entire map. Like, of all the places that I've been, I thought Volt Forge was really cool. I liked the heavy metal. Apparently they wanted the desert to break up the tension / feel cathartic, but I don't know if that's the word. Cathartic? No, I would not use the word cathartic. I can see breaking up tension, but you can't even do fun tricks. I mean, I guess if you want to like have people have a good time riding around the desert, you could have her do like wheelies, or you could have her, I mean, she does her boost thing, but what? Lemorne structures? Like shrines? Well, apparently this is, ooh! Apparently this is the only one I haven't found one. Because all of them have been marked. Oh, yeah, that's right. All of them have been marked on my map, but there's one that isn't showing up on my map. Lemorne structures? Oh, I think shrines, but maybe I'm wrong. But I do feel like this whole, like most of the stream most of my streams have just been me talking about what I would have done differently or what bothers me about it or whatever. And I don't want to come across as hating the game, because obviously I'm finishing it and I've enjoyed it and it's given me some really great moments. So ultimately, I've really, really enjoyed it. I feel like what it has done the most for me, though, is it has made me just want to play the other Prime games. I just miss the other Prime games. It's like, oh yeah, I remember this. I want to play 2. I want to play 1. I want to play 3. That's right. I forgot about you, you giant leg. If you hated the game, you wouldn't have an opinion about it, so it shows you care. That's true. And if I hated the game, I wouldn't keep playing it. Like, I wouldn't have come this far. 5 of the 6, huh? Well, I haven't been here, and I haven't been here. Lemorne structures? Like, shrines? Member Prime 1, Member Prime 2. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Okay, hold on. Because I'm here, have I gotten all the secrets here? No. Okay, well, we're going to go into the ice belt then. Because we're here. And we might as well. Because I made it all the way over here. Her suit is very cool, though. I like her suit a lot. And I'm getting close to having enough. Oh, kind of close. I am closer than I was when I first started streaming this today to having all the green crystals that I need. Listen, I like collecting. I don't like to be forced to collect when it doesn't feel like it matters a whole lot, or if I'm not given like instructions early on. To have played this whole game and reach a point where you're like, wait a minute, I need all those crystals, and then have to go out and collect crystals for 3 hours, that would suck. So I think it would have been really great for Miles to give some sort of nudge or some sort of thing saying that was not optional. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, it's not the best Metroid Prime, and it's not the best Metroid game, but it is a far cry from the worst. And from what I'm hearing from everybody, the other M, I think, probably wins as the worst Metroid game. And I'm not saying that only the gameplay sucks or anything like that. I'm just saying, or that the gameplay, you know, Sword Art has said that the gameplay isn't bad, but ultimately, if you're going to have a crappy story, or if you're going to have a story that is frustrating, or you're going to have character moments that are out of the realm of what has always been, it doesn't really matter how good the gameplay is, because if you aren't invested in the story, then you're probably not going to play it. At least I know I wouldn't. It's like, I don't want to push through the game and push through for cool gameplay if I'm not invested in the rest of the game. At least that's how I am. I don't know about other people. It's kind of like, well, what's most important? Is it storyline, or is it storyline, or is it gameplay? And I really don't think you can scrimp on either one. I think it really has to be I think it needs to be a balance between the two. And I think you can have mediocre gameplay and a good story, or you can have a mediocre story with really good gameplay, but you can't have a terrible story and good gameplay, or vice versa, because it's not enough. There needs to be a little more of a balance, I think. But maybe I should play the other M, just so we can just be like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. Or who knows, maybe I could play it and be like, you know what? That wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was. Or, wow, this scene is terrible. Who signed off on this? Wow, I can't control this map. Okay, where am I going? I'm going down, and then I'm going all the way down. Oh. Heck does that go? Okay, so we need to go down to the medical bays. You know what? I think the only way to get down to the medical bays is actually to go through a little pipe type situation, because I think the elevator only takes you all the way down to the very bottom. I think so. What about a cheesy story with good gameplay? That's a good question. I don't know. Whoops. What comes to my mind when you say that is probably Kingdom Hearts. Because I've heard Kingdom Hearts can be a little campy. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad game. I guess cheesy and bad are two different things. Whew. Okay, that was that. I think I know how to get down here. He was kind of really creepy hanging out in that pod right there. Oh. Hey, it's Napsy. Every time you type my name like that with the period, it always reminds me of in Gravity Falls when she's like, Seuss, Seuss. That is hilarious. Every time. Griever Samus, listen, I also have a very soft spot, and I say soft spot in a kind of a weird way, but I have a soft spot for Dark Samus because I think Dark Samus is such a formidable enemy. And she's hard and she's really challenging, and it's like, what scarier situation than to go up against yourself? You know, she has all the same powers that you do, but they're all enhanced by Phazon, so she's even deadlier than you are, really. I love Dark Samus. She's hard and she's challenging. Well, thanks for saying hi. We got some super freezing temperatures coming through here over the weekend, so we are... You're in Utah, aren't you? Are you in Utah? So you guys get... Although my dad called me the other day. He was like, why did you steal our weather? And I was like, look, man, we didn't want your weather, okay? We didn't steal anything. We don't want your weather. Probably, or ice belt is what Russia is looking like right now. Are you kidding? There are these crazy pictures of the snow drifts that are like the size of apartment buildings, 4-story apartment buildings. They keep giving me all these really cool power-ups to use, but like these guys just deflect all my... Oh, that was running. Okay. Well, maybe they don't. They are very spry. And I wish I was that spry. Okay. Okay, so now we go this way. She's so power hungry and ruthless. She has no soul, but all of Samus' power and then some. Yeah, she's scary. She's a very, very formidable boss. She took me so many tries, both in Metroid Prime 2 and Metroid Prime 3. Man, she was something else. But I love it. Like, the fights were awesome, and I felt very euphoric when I finished them. But I loved the idea of Dark Samus. Just, I mean, like, not in real life. Like, that would be awful. But I loved the idea of having to fight against yourself. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, I remember. And just having to be smarter, you know? But even in, like, Metroid Prime Fusion, the Samus X was really scary. She was really scary. That game was so much scarier than I thought it was going to be. I did not expect it to give me such spooky vibes. But man, it was spooky. Yeah. Oh, this guy... Okay. What? Okay, wait. Can I spring ball up there? No, I cannot. Metroid Prime Fusion. I'm sorry. Metroid Fusion. Like Dark Link, yes. Wait a minute. How do I do this again? Okay, wait. You gotta put a... You gotta put a bomb... How do you... There's another place like this that I can't figure out how to do it. I think it's here in the ice belt. Okay, wait. You gotta put a bomb down. And then you... How do you get that? What do I have as far as my abilities goes? Put a bomb down if... But you can't spring ball. Oh, that's how you do it. I think it needs only one. Oh, whoops. Dang it. Okay, wait. I can't get that timing right. Okay. I've done this before. There are multiple puzzles that you have to do this in Metroid Prime 1 and 2, and I can't get the timing down. There we go. That's right. You put another one down, like, right when it explodes. The bottom one. That's right, that's right, that's right. Wow, thanks for coming to watch me struggle on that one. Struggle bus! We did it! Ooh, ooh. Choo choo! Choo choo! Okay, there's another one here, and it is this way. Is there another place that you can get out of this place? You know what I mean? I think it's... Okay, let's get rid of this marker here. Okay, so it's... Oh, no, it isn't. Yeah, it is. It's out the door. I think so. And then it is... No, it is not. Oh, it's around the other side. Okay. I do like the music to this place. It was very different than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like... Oh, you know what they can't dodge? Those. Yeah, they can dodge that, or they can deflect... Oh, shoot. They can deflect that, but they cannot dodge... They can't deflect a super missile. That's right. Okay, I think it's this way. You know what? I'll bet this is the same situation. You got to do one bomb, and then another, and then another. It's like double. I remember this. And I remember being like, there is no way. Yeah, it's this one. Oh, no, it's not. Just kidding. This one has spider ball. I do this every single time. Every time. I'm always like, yeah, you gotta... Oh, no. Oh, oh. Woo! That was scary. If they can dodge a wrench, they can dodge anything. True that. Okay, did we get all the secrets here? I think we did. Power station? Oh, no, we did not. Oh, that is the... Okay, can we get there from here? I think we can. Can we? The power station connects to the what? The power station connects to the... Nothing. It doesn't connect to... Oh. You gotta go outside. Okay, I think I know where to go. I think so. I will be checking this map again and again and again and again. I don't think so, because you can only have 3 bombs at a time, and I don't think you can... I honestly don't know. Okay, wait. We need to go... Yes, okay, we need to go outside. So we need to go... Nope, that's where we just came from. We need to go around the other way. We need to go in the other place. This is it, right? The big... yeah. There's actually a part in the song Your Idol, which is from K-Pop Demon Hunters, that the Saja boys sing at the very end, that reminds me so much of a Metroid Prime soundtrack. It just sounds like it belongs right on a Metroid Prime soundtrack. Is it this one? I think so. This leads us outside, and then we have to go... It would be kind of cool if a lot of this place... if this place did eventually completely melt, because you've got all the heaters and stuff going, but maybe that's not totally realistic. Outside, obviously, is not going to melt all the way, but I do feel like the inside would be kind of cool if you came back periodically, if it was totally melted. I think we can just ride this. Because we did all the work coming all the way around. And I got that thing over there, right? With the grapple things. So Game Freak showed off their non-Pokemon game releasing this summer. Turns out they are not the problem. Who's Game Freak? I don't even recognize that name. Were there any awesome games that were announced for that Xbox Direct thing? Nobody posted any trailers in the Discord, so I didn't really... It didn't seem like it to me, but maybe they were just... Maybe all of them were just like, yeah, Susie's not going to be able to play this game. Which is fair. Because most of the time, anytime it's a PlayStation State of Play or it's an Xbox thing or whatever, it's usually like, yeah, Susie can't play any of these games. They're all either scary or they're gory or they're... You know what I mean? Always. What's it called? It's not Silent Hill. It's not Red Dead either. Oh. Not Red. The Requiem. No. Resident Evil. Has that been released yet? Because I keep seeing, like, it pops up in my YouTube feed sometimes, and I was like, I don't even know if that's out yet. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. It could release at any time, and I would not know. Little Nightmares 3 is the same way. I kept seeing so many clips and things of, or like announcements and stuff, and I was like, I don't think this game is ever going to exist. I think it's fake. I don't think they're ever actually going to release it. I think it's like that. Well, for a long time, that was what Ill was. Ill was just straight up all the time. It was only little teeny clips and it was all the same footage. I never actually watched them, but my brother did. And my brother was like, yeah, there just aren't, like, there's nothing new. Everything is just... Oh, he must be... Okay. He was like, it's all just the same footage. It's all, like, I don't think there's... Oh, he's below me. I see. He said none of it is ever new or anything. And then, sure enough, I think it was at last year's Game Awards, or it was the year before. No, I think it was just this last year's Game Awards. When was it that they showed the actual ad for Ill that I couldn't even watch? I was like, nope, I am not going to watch that. That looks terrible. I can already tell you right now. I think I saw a clip where there's like a person that is coming, is at the door, and it's like this super creepy lady, and she like comes around and searches for you, and you're under a bed, and then she goes out of the room, and you are like, okay, cool, it's safe. So you go out from underneath the bed, and you're looking around the room, and I think you hear a sound behind you, and you turn around, and she's been watching you the whole time through the door, I think. And then she like busts in the room and comes and grabs you. I think that was supposed to be Ill. I'm not sure though. I don't know. it's not my jam. Okay, so there's like a, oh. Did I know this was down here? He was just waiting. No, it's not down. It's up. It's like at the top of the... No, it's not the giant scary vampire lady. It was like a clip I saw. It was one of those videos that was like 20 upcoming terrifying Unreal Engine scary games. And they just had this list of a bunch of games that are supposedly coming out sometime in the future. And Ill has been on that list forever. But every single time one of those videos pops up, Ill is never, ever, it's never, like, I never hear anything about it. It wasn't until the last Game Awards that we didn't even watch it together, I think, but I remember seeing that they played an actual trailer for it. So instead of it just being, oh, there's a spider bell track. Okay, oh, there it is. I see it. I was gonna say, there's gotta be a way to get up there. See, this is easy. This is, oh, whoops. I say this is easy. This is easy because we just boost and then we slingshot. Hopefully we make it. Yeah, good job, Samus. Good job. I mean, yeah, Metroid has some mild horror elements. I mean, there's the phase-on mines in Metroid Prime 1. There's that laboratory in Phendrana Drifts. Metroid Prime 2, the whole thing is spooky. Metroid Prime 3, there's another lab in Elysia that's super creepy. Elysia is really kind of, I mean, it's still punishing, but it's not, like, the music's really pretty, and it doesn't feel so much like a place that's trying to kill you, but then you come across the lab with the Metroids, and everything's terrible. And then even this, with the Grievers and stuff, yeah, it has some horror elements, but I certainly wouldn't call it a horror game. Not something like Silent Hill or Resident Evil or Ill or anything like that. But my brother loves games like that. The creepier and the more and the grosser they are, the better. Because my brother is completely desensitized and has no scruples. Is that the right term? Has no, like, not scruples. He has no, they just don't, that stuff doesn't bother him anymore because he's played so much of it that it's just, the other day I used the word jaded wrong because I thought it meant something that it didn't. My brother is jaded to horror. He is overexposed to it and it doesn't bother him anymore. He's just like, whatever. He can find something creepy and he can say something is like really horrifying and creepy, but he has yet to find a game that he like legit can't play. And it does. It gives me the ick. Oh, we can't go up that way. That's the way we came. That's why they give you a second way. That's right. And I've watched enough clips of like Dead Space and things like that. And even if I had the desire to play games like that, I do not have the stomach to play the games. It's one thing to watch a clip really quick and be like, wow, that's really gross and creepy. And then just kind of move on and be like, all right, well, good thing I don't have to play that or whatever. It's another thing to be controlling the character that actually does all the things and is fighting these creatures and is the one that's getting annihilated by the creatures in return. It just feels really different. And I feel like there's a huge difference between a first-person game and a third-person game when it comes to scary games. It's so much more frightening when it's first-person. I remember Silent Hill 4 was the first game I saw that was a first-person kind of horror experience that I at least saw an ad for, and I'm sure there were other games that existed like that. I just hadn't seen them. And when I watched that ad, I had nightmares from just the ad alone. The idea that now you are the camera seeing, like in this camera, seeing like those two-headed baby creatures that were walking around on those big giant hands down at the end of the hallway, and you think they haven't seen you, and then all of a sudden they start running at you. That's terrifying. But it's already terrifying as a third person game to watch your character experience that, but for it to feel like it's you, no. My brother tried to show me the beginning of Dead Space, and I've heard that it has a great story. I would listen to that. I would listen the heck out of that book if it were a book, but it's not. At least not that I know of. But I can't play things like that because I would be too scared to even walk around a corner. I would be so frightened all the time. That's how I play that. That's why I don't understand how I ever played Silent Hill 2. Because I don't know how I even walked around. Oh, I know how I did it. I turned all the sound down. That's why. Because the nurses make these really gross kind of wet sounds when they're walking around the halls of the hospital. And I couldn't handle that sound. If I could hear that sound, I physically could not bring myself to walk around the corner. So I would just stand there at the end of a hallway where there was a corner, and I would just stand there and be like, you can do this. It's okay. It's fine. It's not even real. It's totally fine. And even then I'd have to be like, you know what? When was the last time I saved? I don't care. Boop. And I'd just turn off the PlayStation because I was too scared. So when it comes to, even if I wanted to experience Dead Space, and even if I felt like I could get past it, I know I couldn't. I know I wouldn't be able to get past it. Like, I love a good story. And if a game has a really solid story, like, I'd love to experience God of War. I'd love to experience Ghost of Tsushima. I would love to play Dead Space rated. No, I'd love to play Dead Space with all the well, no, there aren't any cutscenes. With all the death scenes edited out of it. Like, I don't need to see, like, you can have your character die and be done. That's fine. What I don't want is for my character to die and then have the death scene go on for 20 more seconds, watching this agonizing, grotesque, horrifying scene of what happens to my protagonist. I don't need that. I don't need that. I just need, I can die. Just let me die. Don't drag it out. Don't make me watch myself be like, you know what I mean? I'm not even going to talk about what happens because there are children's toys present. This is a family-friendly channel, and I'm not even going to talk about what happens when some of those creatures get their grubby little paws on you. It's bad. It's bad. It's terrible. That's a secret. Where am I going? I think I'm in the wrong place. So as much as I love good stories, there are some that I'm like, I just can't experience that because it's too gross. I have heard Alien Isolation. Maybe that can be like a sub goal or like a, because that game goes on sale all the time. That game is cheap. That game goes on sale all the time. I do recall John Steed telling me one time that it was a very slow burn though. It's not, it takes a while to kind of ramp up. And so I don't know, maybe that's a channel point, like a community channel point redemption or something. Because I don't like playing games that give me nightmares, and I'm a weenie, and so it doesn't take much to give me nightmares. I don't mind jump scares, but I do not like gore. And for all the people that are like, yeah, but it's not real. Well, of course it's not real. I know that. I know that. Yeah, it's like, I like to play games to relax. And I like to, well, for the most part, I like to play games because they bring me joy and they make me feel good. And I take time to stream because I like streaming and it makes me feel good. I don't want to feel stressed out because I'm playing a game that is absolutely terrifying to me, that's going to follow me to bed. That's not my idea of a good time. It's an idea of a good time to my brother. My brother can play Dead Space with headphones in and all the lights off in his room. And then when he finishes playing, he just immediately goes to bed. I'm like, what? That's insane. How? Is this where I came in? I think this is where I came in. Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, wait. One thing I notice low-key is how people no longer get scared when playing horror games. Instead, they get frustrated because they'll die so many times. So it will be like, wow, this isn't scary anymore. I feel like people got to start making it scary. Only playing at night, lights off, set the mood. Yeah, or like I don't know. I mean, that is true because I do feel like the more clips I watch of something, like if I, like when Dead Space released its first, like when it came out with its remaster or whatever, I remember seeing some clips of it and legitimately thinking that it was glitching. I thought the aliens were glitching. I thought my YouTube, like my bit rate was, or my internet was struggling or something. No, that's just how they move. And that was terrible. And I hated that a lot. But I did watch a couple clips, and I say a couple, I watched quite a few clips. And I remember being like, okay, now that I've seen all these clips don't feel as scary, but it still is gross. It may not feel as scary. Like, and like I said, it's different watching a clip on YouTube because I can watch a clip on YouTube and I can just quit out of it. If it starts to feel too intense, I can X out of it. I can close YouTube down, whatever. If I'm playing the game, I guess I can pause. But I really, truly believe that if I were to try, even give it a shot to play Dead Space, I would not be able to make it very far at all. I remember my brother showing me the very beginning years and years and years ago. And I just remember being like, yeah, I think you're on the outside and your comrades are on the inside of a booth and the aliens come in through the booth. And so there's all this carnage and like crazy business that's going on behind the glass and you're on the outside of the glass. And then I think and I could be remembering this wrong. I haven't ever played it. Obviously, this is what I remember. And then I remember the alien coming out. I gotta make sure my girls aren't here. And I remember my brother being like, yeah, the way that you kill them is you have to chop off their limbs. And I remember being like, what? What are you talking about? And you're like, yeah, you're not even a soldier. You're like a welder or something. And I was like, this is not my jam. This is so far from my jam. But I don't know. So your comrades are attacked inside the booth. You're on the outside, but I also have a really hard time. And this is just me personally. I have a really hard time with games that do not allow you to pause and like collect yourself. Because if I'm having a hard time or if I'm feeling really stressed out, and I know that adds to the experience, right? That adds to the horror game experience. I don't think you can pause in Dead Space. Everything that you're doing happens in real time. So all your like shifting of like, I don't know, your welding gun or all this stuff all happens in real time. And that I don't do well with that kind of gameplay. So I would suck at it a lot. Tunic wouldn't even let you pause, like to try and figure, I mean, the Tunic did have pausing, but in order for you to like, while you were fighting, I think in order to like swap your gear or something, you actually legitimately you just had to do it in real time. And I struggled with that a lot. And so if there's ever a game that doesn't allow you to pause, I think Lies of P was the same way, or was it Lies of P? No, I think it was Dark Souls 3. And I was like, I hate this. I hate not being able to collect myself if I'm feeling frustrated or overwhelmed. And I'm not saying that games shouldn't be made that way. Those games just aren't for me. Oh, I thought this was what's his face. I thought this was Tokobi. Wait, but I've already gotten that. Oh yeah, that's right. There's another one over here. Oh, there he is. Oh, so he just randomly shows up at these areas that I've already been. Okay. Markiplier's Five Nights at Freddy playthrough has him more frustrated as time passes by. First, it's scary and he jumps and screams, but then he'll get frustrated because he sees the jump scare enough to not be scared anymore. But see, that's the problem, is you have to get to that point until you're like, that's what Ander tells me about scary movies, and that's what he tells me about roller coasters. He's like, well, if you don't like the feeling roller coasters give you just have to ride on them enough to make that feeling go away. And I'm like, yeah, but then I have to experience that feeling enough, and I don't like that feeling. So I don't want to do it enough to make it go away, because I just don't want to experience it in the first place. Oh, and they call it puppy love. Words flow so easily around you. Maybe that's because she doesn't say anything. So there's no judgment. at all. I know, I can't remember. It's Tokabi. It's not Takobi. It's Tokabi. Tokabi. I should write that down. Cool. Thanks, man. You made my little thing disappear on my map. Bye, Tokabi. That's his name, right? Not Takobi. It's Tokabi. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay, so we're looking for one more mech part. Can I mark that? No, I can't. Ooh, we're also looking for crystals. There are a bunch of crystals. But here's the thing, and if you guys have been around and know me, you know, if you guys have been around for long enough, you know this. I am very curious about horror, and I'm really curious about scary stuff, and I'm too curious, because more often than not, what happens is I will watch things, or I'll tiptoe until I get like close to things, like watching movie clips or whatever, because I'm very, very curious about them. But then I always end up stumbling across something that I wish I hadn't seen. And I'm like, dang it. Well, now I'm going to have nightmares all night or something like that, you know, because I can't, because I push it too far. So, and Charlotte is the same way. Charlotte is very intrigued by spooky stuff, and she wants me to like tell her about it, but she doesn't want to actually watch it. She just wants me to just tell her about it, which is kind of also how I am. Like, I'll tell my brother, I'm like, tell me about the Blair Witch Project. Yeah, me too. I'm on my way. Yeah, lots actually. Oh, is there a mech part outside Flarepool? You know what? At this point, I am not even mad that he is... Bye, Mechtastic! Thanks for being here, and thanks for the resub. Mechtastic is great. Oh, see... Oh, okay. So this is an area I have not explored yet. There are the crystals, which I almost missed. And then we will go to Flarepool, because there are secrets over there that we need to get anyway, which is fine. I think I've explored the entire map. But there are areas where I swear I got the secrets, but they're still showing up on the map. So obviously either I need to meet Tokabi there. I don't know. I know, I'll tell you, when I very, very first watched The Walking Dead, I was alone, which was a mistake, and The Walking Dead is gross. I don't know if I would necessarily say, I don't think it scared me too badly. Like, I feel like I was okay with the theme of it, but it was so graphic that I just I couldn't handle how graphic it was. But I remember I was folding shirts, and I fold shirts where I hold the shirt up. This is what I learned in retail. I hold the shirt up, and then I put my pinkies like right on the shoulders, and then fold the sleeves in, and then I put it under my chin, and then fold the bottom up like that. That's how I learned when I worked retail. And so I would be watching it, and then I'd like pull a shirt out and be like, huh! And I'd pull the shirt up and put it in front of my face. And then I'd fold it, put it down, and then pull another one, huh! And put it up in front of my face. So I might as well have been covering my head with a blanket. I get your mom. I get it. But now I've also become pretty, like, when I was in high school, I really worried that I wouldn't be cool because I didn't like scary things. And I like the idea of like intense scary movies, or like jumpy kind of scary movies and stuff. But I just don't like gore, realistically. So movies like The Sixth Sense, or like, I mean, really, any of M. Night Shyamalan's up until he decided to do The Happening, I think, which was a little more gory. I think The Happening was rated R. Was it The Happening? Is that the one that I'm thinking of? But like The Sixth Sense and like Signs and stuff. What was the one with Michelle Pfeiffer and Harrison Ford? about like the what was it? Oh, I thought science was absolutely terrifying. It scared me so bad. It made me jump so many times. But I also like worked myself up a lot with it. Like my friends were going to see it and I was like, you can do this. You've got this. You can do this. It's going to be fine. But I really like worked myself up and I was really, really worried about it. What was that movie with Michelle Pfeiffer and Harrison Ford? What was it? No, Sioga says Walking Dead was good. I tapped out too, though. After they got to the jail, I was done. The kid made me so mad. See, and I don't even know what the story is because I have never watched it past the second episode. I tried to get my husband to watch it with me, and we both were just like, you know what? We're just not feeling this. This isn't our jam. But it was just too graphic for me. I probably could have held on and gone with it if it wasn't so absolutely disgusting. Because like World War Z, I thought was great because the zombies were gross and creepy, but they weren't gross in the way that they weren't even, I wouldn't even say that they were super, super gross. They were creepy, but they weren't disgustingly gory like the ones in The Walking Dead. I don't mind zombies as long as they're not, which is stupid because realistically zombies would probably be really gross and disgusting because if you're undead, you know what I mean? Yeah, I would say thriller because What Lies Beneath, thank you, that was it. What Lies Beneath was another one. Because I also watched District 9 and District 9 is disgusting. District 9 is gross. It's very moist. The way so many of those people, like so many of the bad guys, technically, like the people that are working against Wickus, how many of them die is disgusting. His transformation is so gross. And yet I thought it was one of the best sci-fi movies I'd ever seen. Did it gross me out? Yes, I was horrified and disgusted. But the overarching storyline and everything, I thought was absolutely incredible. And it was such a hard sci-fi too. I mean, there's no happy ending. It's so brutal. It's like, maybe there's hope for the prawns, maybe. Who knows? They haven't even ever made a sequel, but it was such an interesting experience for me. And so I guess I can't even necessarily say that I can't even rule out gore either, because I watched that movie and it grossed me out and it really kind of affected me for like a day. But after the day, because I just couldn't stop thinking about all those gross scenes. But then after that day, I was like, that was one of the best sci-fi movies I've ever seen. I would 100% watch it again, but it's gross. It's really gross. It's very, very graphic, but the story was incredible. Mactastic. I remember Mactastic was like, we didn't like District 9. We walked out. I loved it. I thought it was great, but I can totally see not being into it because it was really, really brutal. It was super brutal and it was really gross and it was crazy, but I really liked it, but it was gross. So I don't know, but there's also a difference between watching a movie that is graphic like that and playing a game. Like you said, somebody said, I think it was McKay, playing a game and watching a game or, you know, watching a movie or whatever are two very different things. Yeah, there's a big plot twist in What Lies Beneath. That's the one with Michelle Pfeiffer and Harrison Ford, which I thought was really, really good. And there were definitely some jump scares in that one. But even like The Ring is probably the scariest movie I've ever seen. And The Ring has almost no gore at all. Has some jumpy moments, but it just gets under your skin. And it stuck with me for days afterward. I couldn't stop thinking about it. It was so creepy. It was so creepy. The whole movie is so unsettling and everything about it just feels so wrong the whole time you're watching it. Everything just feels so uncomfortable. And the movie's really unnerving, like the actual VHS that she watches, that tape is really unnerving. The sounds that play in it are really creepy. And it's just the way I thought it was executed so well. But like, it freaked me out. Oh my gosh, did it scare me. It scared the pants off me for a long time too. Oh, there's a save point here. I should probably use that. Maybe there's a mech part down here. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Oh yeah, these little fellas, these little cone-headed fellas. Is there oh, there it is. Yeah, The Ring messed me up. I never saw the second one. I think there was a third one. I've never seen The Grudge. I just think The Ring really just goes to show that you don't need gore to make a scary movie. Creepy little girls that are like dripping wet with their long black hair down their face, just standing there with their head down. That is unnerving enough. So the way that they all put it together, the music was really well done. The acting was great. I mean, I really do think it's the scariest movie I've ever seen in my life. Have I seen movies that are gorier? Yeah, like District 9 was gory. Alien Resurrection was disgusting. I watched it when I was like 20, and even Ander was like, what the heck are you watching? And I was like, oh, it's not so bad. It was so gross. It was so gross. Ugh. But man, like The Ring was like on a totally different level, even than those movies, because it was so unnerving and so creepy. So I don't know, that one, I had a hard time with TV static. I had a hard time even with like our phones. Like I freaked out when the phone rang. I had a really hard time coming down off of that one. The Third Ring has an 8% on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh. Okay, you know, and then you move into another genre of movies, like Hostel and like The Human Centipede, and like, which has 3, by the way, which is just shock factor. There is no good storyline. There is no actual, like, these situations are so out of this world and so ridiculous. And like all the different Saw movies and everything, they're so ridiculous. And all they are is just to be as shocking and just make people go, ah, as possible. But they don't even, their storylines are filled with plot holes. But that didn't stop me from looking up the plot lines of all those movies on Wikipedia, because I was like, I'm obviously never going to watch these movies. And I remember having a conversation with one of my clients one time, and I told her, we were having this exact discussion. We were talking about scary movies and like what is a good scary movie or whatever. And I was like, well, you know, and then you have movies like The Human Centipede that are just, you know, it's basically just gore porn. It's basically how disgusting can we make this movie, because people will come to watch it. And she was like, I'm sorry, what movie? And I was like, it's called The Human Centipede. And she goes, no, you're lying. And I was like, no, it has an actual trailer. Did we just leave? I didn't mean to leave. Oh, biscuits. I did not mean to leave, but I couldn't make heads or tails of where I was. I thought I was reading my map right, but we know that I struggle with reading maps sometimes. Oh, really? She did not believe me. We were laughing so hard. I had tears coming out of my eyes. I was laughing so hard. And I was trying to do her lashes, and she had tears coming out of her eyes. Oh my gosh, we were laughing so hard. And I was just like, no, I promise it's a real movie. She was like, no, it's not. It's totally made up. There's no way anybody would make a movie like that. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, she came back like to her next appointment 3 weeks later, and she was like, okay. So I did go home and jump on YouTube, and you're right, it's a real movie. See? It's a real movie. But the only way they were able to make The Human Centipede 1 and this Human Centipede 2 was because they made the plot line revolve around someone watching the movie of The Human Centipede 1. It's the only way. It's because it doesn't make sense. It's insane. Yeah, it's totally unhinged. I mean, the idea of it is just totally bananas. And I'm not going to go into detail about it because this is a family-friendly channel, but watch it at your own risk. That's all I'm saying. But I feel like that transcends horror, and it's just, I mean, it is horror, yes, but it just completely transcends even the genre. It's just, how shocking can we make this movie? How utterly disgusting and shocking can we make this movie? And it's like, well, pretty disgusting and shocking, actually, if you're being honest. I firmly believe that the first Tremors was supposed to be serious, but when it wasn't, the sequels leaned into it. I've never seen Tremors. Andrew and I should watch Tremors. Hold on. Can I shoot my... No, I cannot. Okay, wait. What is that? That is new. No, no, no. This green fella. What is that? Oh my gosh, I hate that a lot. This is oh yeah, that's right. Okay, what's your job? Who are you? Who are you who's so wise in the ways of science? Oh, I gotta scan him. He's okay. Oh, there's another one. Oh my gosh. No. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, this was where we fought the... Why can I not... Oh, there we go. A leaping spitter. Wow, don't like that. Yeah, my brother and my dad love Tremors. Love it. And I've never seen it. The Ring made me hate walking by static TV until the Scary Movie series made it funny. And then I was like, okay, I can process this. I actually remember watching it multiple times with a boyfriend of mine or something like that because I wanted to learn all the symbolism behind it. There's like everything has a symbol. Like all the stuff in the actual movie itself, like the VHS tape that she watches, is it's all symbolic. Like the ladder has a symbol, the chair has a symbol, the mirror has a symbol, all that stuff. And so I wanted to break it down and figure out what it all meant. And so I watched it a lot, and I watched it a lot, like enough to a point where I was like, okay, this isn't quite as scary anymore. But it's been so long since I've seen it that I feel like now if I were to watch it, I would be like, ooh, I don't know. Oh, it's so unsettling. It's so creepy. You are fine. You're okay. Okay, what is this situation here? Operation halted by circuit failure. It cannot be opened. What? Maybe there's a track. I see tracks. I do see them. Ah, you are. Yeah, like I said, the Human Centipede 2 and 3 are literally, the plot line is based around somebody, because I Wikipedia'd this, it's based around somebody watching the first one and being like, I wonder if I could do that. So, yeah. Oh, so I can... Okay. Oh, we just have drips of lava. I know, right? Like, what? The third one happens in a prison yard, like a prison. Like they take all the prisoners, I guess. I read all of this on Wikipedia so long ago. I don't really remember all of it. But if there's a scary movie that I haven't, that I like, I love Wikipedia-ing. Or you want to... I love looking it all up and being like, oh, that's crazy. How do you get that? But I won't watch it. Okay, that was worth a shot. I don't think that's gonna do anything, but... Oh, it did kill that little dude. Okay, we're gonna regroup and come back to this. I wonder what the scariest movie my brother's ever seen is. Because my brother has seen a lot of really messed up movies. I don't know. I'll have to ask him. Oh, I'll bet we can freeze it. Maybe? Well, what's in this room? It looks like something big and scary is in this room, if I'm being honest. Oh, it's a mech part! What is guarding the mech part? There it is. Oh. Okay. If we have to fight another Omega Griever, I'm gonna be mad that they recycled that. Oh my gosh. What is your job? It's a behemoth. I would say so. Giant arthropod with 8 legs, 4 independent eyes, and 3 mouths. Its entire body is covered with a mineralized skin layer that neutralizes all firearms. Attacks rapidly by shooting flaming projectiles from its mouth, using oscillation waves to drive enemies away, and producing a powerful air suction to pull enemies in. Huh. Okay. You gotta aim for the eyes. Eyeballs. Ugh. But you can't. Whoa. Okay. Oh, okay. I thought you were supposed to, like, you know, do one of those things where it's like, well, he's gonna suck you inside. Oh, this is another one of those situations where you can't actually lock on, but you gotta, like, aim. Oh. Wow, okay, okay. Okay. Wow, he has taken my life halfway down in like 5 minutes flat. How many hits does it take to get to the middle of a behemoth? Nah. So only its eyes are vulnerable. That's it. Oh! He is gonna kill me? Holy cow. Oh, we popped one! Ooh. It was just... I think we popped 2, actually. Oh, that was a booty slam. Okay. Unless his... Oh, no, never mind. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna dodge, because dodging seems like a good idea. Wow, he is bad, bad, bad. Ah! And I can't get him. Okay, okay. How do you dodge that? Wow. You know what? I can see where, oh, I got him. Ooh, he looks really creepy. Oh, there's one more. Okay. I can see how, what's it called? Aiming, like motion aiming would be really helpful right now. Nice, we got your eyes. Sorry, dude. That's it? Okay, cool. Wow. I was 100... Wreckage from the Galactic Federation. Okay. I was 100% expecting a phase 2. He almost killed me, though, so at least I'm alive. And there is our last mech part. Maybe I should watch the Scary Movie franchise. I've never seen any of the scary movies. I think I've seen like clips of them, but I've never actually seen. I knew there was gonna be a boss fight down here. That big old room. Yeah, no, I knew it. Oh, I see. I think so. Oh, no, I do see. Oh, wait. No, I do not. Oh. Okay. I think this opens the door, probably. Oh, lava discharge valve. Oh. Oh, yeah, this is going to open the door. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Did the door... Oh, nope. I don't mind watching movies where I'm kind of on the edge of my seat and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? You know, like Wolf said, like a thrillery type movie. But I don't like watching a movie and being like, gross, you know? But at the same time, I felt that way during District 9 and I thought District 9 was great. It was unlike anything I'd ever seen before because it went from like documentary to like full blown like action flick. I'd just never seen that done before. And they didn't even give us a sequel. They could have. They left it wide open for one, but... That guy, what's his name? Blomkamp, I think his name is, or something. He is... Well, didn't he do Elysium? Elysium wasn't as good. Elysium was good, but it wasn't as good. I liked the story of Elysium a lot. I thought Elysium, the storyline was pretty solid. But, I don't know. It wasn't nearly as good as... It wasn't nearly as good as District 9, though. I didn't feel like... Okay, what are we doing? Okay, so now that we've done that, we have just a couple places to go get... Oh yeah, we never found a bot here. That's right. No wonder they're not marked. Oh, it's 3:58. That's all right. Oh, because they make you shoot them. Got it. We gotta hold the phone. How do we get... Oh! There he is! Awesome. I can't believe I missed that last time. Yes, I can. I mean, he was like right there in the very... Oh, whoops. Of course I can. How are you supposed to traverse this place when everything is broken and everything exploded? It can't be the same. Awesome. Oh, there's a secret right here in this room, in this very room. Oh. Oh. You know what? I think I knew this was here, and I remember being like, oh yeah, I don't have a thing for that. Oh. Well, that was dumb. Oh, it's blowing air out. I understand. Daylight Demon. Is Metroid's ball bigger? I've never come across any games that actually have the characters that turn into little morph balls, so that's a good question. It's a great question. Samus. Samus is it. She is it. She is so cool. I love Samus. She's great. Well, there's a door over there. I know, a 6'3" human. I don't know. Where do her bones go? Where do her organs go? I don't know. It's a question. No, I love Metroid Prime. I've played all the Metroid Primes and all of them multiple times. I own the Metroid Prime trilogy on the Wii. Still have my Wii. And it is in its little metal jacket. I got it for my birthday from my brother years and years and years ago. Proud of that one. Oh yeah, I guess Sonic rolls into a ball, but Sonic isn't 6'3". Sonic's like, what, a foot? Sonic is teensy. I don't know how tall Sonic is, but he's gotta be teensy. Oh, one of those, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, I should have saved. Oh. Does that take those guys out immediately? No, it does not. I'm gonna die in this place. This is bad. Well, there's some life. Okay. I thought maybe an electric shock would just take him out, but I was wrong. Yeah, he's got to be short. He's a shorty short. He's got to be. Okay, speaking of gotta be. Is there a... Oh, there is. Okay. So we just need to go in this door. We'll come back to this secret. We gotta go in this door. We gotta go up this. Listen, I don't mind, like, I'm short. I'm just saying, he doesn't strike me as being 6 feet tall. I am very short. Oh. Does this help? I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna die, but I can get through this door without him. Oh. What are those? Oh, I know what those are. Maybe if I do this. Oh yeah, I forgot my method. Yeah. There you go. That works for bots. Also. Are you kidding? I need life. Okay, hold on. Ooh, worms. I need life. Kensuke Tanabe steps down from directing games. Was never a big fan of his recent projects. So, okay, what did he do? Oh, I agree. I mean, I loved Super Metroid. I did not enjoy Fusion as much. I found Fusion really hard. I loved Dread. I thought Dread was phenomenal. Loved it. What am I looking at here? Am I like what? I loved Dread. I should play Dread again. I loved Dread so much. Whoops. Is there like can I like make this explode? Maybe I should scan it. No. Is it under? No. Oh, is it under? Maybe? Yeah. Okay, it is under. Ah. I see. Huh. Okay. That's not working. I was thinking maybe... Okay, wait. What? Panelist always say Smith. The material... Oh, it's flammable. Right. No! There we go. I mean, wouldn't you say that a missile could probably take that on? I guess not. I don't know. But I loved Dread. I'd say my favorite Metroid Prime game, though, is Metroid Prime 2. I loved it. Loved it. Is he the one that did this one? I actually have never played Paper Mario. I think that's on my backlog, though. Oh, I could really use some life. This is going to be a bad situation. I'm going to die, and all that hard work. You know what? I'm sorry. How do I... Oh, okay. I should probably just leave. I'm being totally honest. I should probably just leave. Wasn't there a... Hold on. That is not helping. Oh my gosh. Oh, are there two of them? Oh, I thought those were, okay. Yeah. I can't die. I cannot. I won't. I won't do it. Oh. Oh my gosh, I'm running so low on life. Come on, take him down, Samus. Good job. All right, everybody is all good? Okay. Okay, where is the closest save point to this? Oh, it was like, oh no, that's where I was just. Holy moly, it's forever away, but you know what? Samus is worth it. I gotta help her out. She's struggling. Oh, I know. It's because I did that boss fight and he took my life way down, and then I never replenished it. I never went back to another save point. That's the problem. I understand. These freaking clowns again. And that clown. Oh, so many clowns. I can't power up enough. Okay. This is just Susie almost dies. Oh, but that's a gold one. That's good. Okay, I know there's secrets, but I gotta say, like, I gotta get to a save point. I think I did one time. I think I died once. I'm pretty proud of that, actually. I think I died one time. I can't remember when, though. Oh, it was that mini boss early on in, like, Volt Forge. I just went in totally unprepared. I hadn't saved. I hadn't been, like, shooting any of these little crate things to get life or anything like that. I was just totally unprepared. Okay. So we're gonna move past these things because they're creepy. I will be honest, I'm not familiar with most of the developers' names or anything like that. And so when it comes to, like, what other games other, people have made or people have developed or whatever, I am not very learned in the ways of like, or in their names and stuff. I couldn't tell you who made what. I can think of, like, I can think of, like, certain, like, composers and things, but for the most part, I really do not. I don't really know. I couldn't tell you, like, I couldn't tell you who the devs were on this game or who the devs are. I don't even really think I could tell you the name off the top of my head of the guy that is in charge of, like, Zelda. But it's because they all blend together in my head and I have a hard time keeping them all straight. Do we think there will be a Prime 5? Have they actually said that there will be a Prime 5? I don't feel like they've actually said that. Have they? Oh, he did this one. Okay, I feel better. Really? Just popped up. That's not what I meant, but okay. I'll take it. Okay, I'm gonna go grab some more of these secrets. Oh, wait. What? Summon it, please. Yes, you. I am being really careless. Wow. You know what? When I saw this, I feel like there was a thing up there. Oh. Yeah. There it is. Or not up there, but... So they asked Retro to do it, and Retro was like, sure, we'd love to, but we need more manpower. And what ended up happening is like 20 studios working on Metroid Prime 4. You can probably guess how that affected the development. That's true. Too many cooks in the kitchen. The more people you have, the more complicated I can see things becoming. That's unfortunate. That sucks. Oh, there's a secret all the way back here. Ultimately, though, I'm really enjoying Metroid Prime 4. Is it my favorite? No, but I'm really enjoying it. There's certain things that I'm like, why did they choose to do that? But for the most part, I'm having a really good time. Oh, except when I run into one of those fellas. Man, I don't like them. At all. I think there's a secret in here. The motorcycle morphs? Oh, I can't summon it right now. Yeah, you can, like, summon it out of nowhere. It's fancy. Quite. This looks... Oh, that's indestructible. Ah, yes, I remember this. Because this was when I was like, oh, this, my charge beam, or my, what is it? My psychic beam is an oscillating charge of blast of energy. No, it's not. I thought it was, because it like kind of spins, you know, as it goes. Oh, that's a magnetic track. You could have fooled me. Normally, they're usually like, yeah. I mean, you're going to get that too. You're going to have people that leave the studio and whatnot. Like, I mean, that's going to happen, but I don't know. I think they did a pretty solid job. And then, you know, obviously they were trying to kind of reinvent something. Oh, what? Where did you fellows come from? Oh yeah, I remember those guys freaking explode. That's cool of them. Maybe he'll kill his brethren. No, of course not. Okay, all right, that's right. You come to me. Appreciate it. And then you get new people that come in and they have kind of a different vision, or, you know, with like the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and remake, they were like, well, but we don't want fan service, or we don't want to do this, so we're going to change it and do this, when it's like, but it was okay the way that it was. You didn't need, whoa. You didn't need to change it. Okay, well now we have to go save again because I'm just getting my booty handed to me on a silver platter, but that's because I'm being reckless. The option would have been to ask a willing third-party studio to do a Prime game, kind of like Mercury Steam, like have Retro as technical backbone because they know the game's engine and framework so well. Yeah, when you get 20 people, 20 different developers working on it, yeah, the people who worked on the first one, chances are they're no longer there. Or the second one. I thought the third one was a great addition. Definitely held your hand a little more, but that's okay. Okay, I think we need to go. And then wow. And then I come out and they take my life down immediately. Like so fast. I don't like those dudes. Those dudes are brutal. Somebody else shooting at me? No. Yes? No. Okay. So we leave out this way. Sweet, I will take that. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm gonna kill you guys early. Because I don't... Here we go. Is Namco still even a thing? What was the last thing that Bandai Namco made? I can't even... You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think they might have done... Were they the ones that did... Wait. No, never mind. I was going to say, can you morph into Morph Ball while you're on the bike? But no. But it morphs like that. I mean, it does technically morph into a little... Okay, can we just... I think we can just ride a... Oh, no, we cannot. That's right. Okay, I'm thinking of the one at the mine. I knew that bridge wasn't there. What was I thinking? They mainly make outdated JRPGs, cheap fighting games, stuff like that. Oh, well. That explains why I probably haven't heard them doing anything in a while. Aren't they the ones that did Taiko Drum Master? I mean, I know that that's random, but... Oh, I need to go over this way. I remember playing Taiko Drum Master. It was so good. Ooh, I'm not crazy worried about this weekend. I think we'll be okay, but I'm just worried about other people over the weekend. I hope everybody is okay with this crazy freezing. Like, I highly doubt we will go anywhere over the weekend. I highly, highly doubt we're going to be going anywhere because it's going to be so... Everything's going to freeze. Okay. It's super wet outside. I actually haven't checked the weather. I don't know how. Okay, so there's one in. Oh, this is a half pipe. Of course there's one up here. I see. Whoops. Did that last time. I still can't get my, I still cannot get my controls. Whoops. What did Bethesda do? Remind me, what is Bethesda known for? What is Bethesda? But the main director of Final Fantasy VII Remake / Rebirth baited you and others so hard. You see, he purposely changed story elements to add discussion. He felt keeping the story the exact same would be boring. Right now, he's glad that people are talking about Final Fantasy VII. He wanted people to discuss the good and the bad, and it clearly worked since you made a video and hosted a roundtable. You're right, I did. You're totally right. So he got what he wanted. I wanted a remake, but that's okay. Or I wanted a remaster, but that's okay. I'm not sad or anything that I played Remake at all. I enjoyed most of Remake. I will be honest though, I don't know if Rebirth... Oh, Elder Scrolls and Fallout. Okay. I don't feel like Rebirth has a whole lot of replay value for me. I'm sorry, Remake, I don't feel like has a whole lot of replay value for me. I feel like I might as well just play Rebirth instead of Remake. The music's better, the areas are better. Oh, I thought I killed you. Apparently not. Wow, okay, they're kicking my butt. Okay. Wow, that was... How many times do we need to teach you this lesson, old man? Goodness gracious. Does that go down on the side as well? I think that also does go down on the side. Okay. Yeah, and they could have, and with all the mini games and stuff, and see, look at us. We're still talking about it. But I just don't see any replay value of Remake after Rebirth. If I'm going to play any of them, it's just going to be Rebirth. Like, I might as well just play Rebirth over again. I don't know if I would ever play Remake over again. You know what I'm gonna do? Leave me alone. Thank you so much. All right, I feel semi better prepared, although still I feel like this is a... Oh yeah, he's one of those dudes. But he did just kill those guys for me, so I do appreciate that. Use an iron environment. You just gotta wait it out. Didn't even stand a chance. Okay, there were other little dudes crawling around here. Yep. I'd play Remake because it's kind of short and sweet. I loved so many things about Rebirth. I loved the music. I was supposed to go see the... Hi, Diesel Popper! Welcome! I was supposed to go see Final Fantasy VII Rebirth in concert, and I got COVID. I was so mad. So mad. And if I'd known, I would have just waited, because I went to see Final Fantasy VII Remake in concert, and if I'd known, I would have just waited and seen Final Fantasy VII Rebirth in concert. But it's okay. It's fine. There will be another one. Ah! Who is it? Oh my gosh, what is your... Oh, I know. I understand you. He's one of the super intense ones. Oh, what? Oh! That's... Oh, yeah, look, there it is. Has it always been there? Oh, we haven't been in here because we just got... Because I haven't been in here since I got the shock. Thunder chip thing. Okay, I'm sorry. What do all these do? What does this do? This is a... Okay, it is not important. Okay. Whoops. I was irritated with Remake that they gave me Genova when Genova technically when Genova technically doesn't happen in that area in the Shinra building. And so when I went to go see Final Fantasy VII Remake in concert, I was expecting Genova and they never played it, and I was really salty about it. I took my daughter with me because her favorite music ever was Genova, and the fact that they didn't play it, even though it was part of Final Fantasy VII Remake, I was really mad about that. That was the whole reason we bought tickets. I mean, we went because we wanted to listen to the music. Oh, you're throwing off my groove. Super missiles all the time. That's all I need to be using now, is just super missiles. Yes, thank you. Or just, oh no, or just one missile. Okay. Look for the pixel that you need to focus on to progress. Ah, gotta swap to first person and awkwardly stand there to shoot some missiles. Is that from Metroid Prime 3? Yes, baby. Hold on. I gotta help my toddler. Give me just 1 second. You know what I'm gonna do though? I'm gonna pause. I've never played the other M. I remember my brother telling me about it years and years ago and being like, that was the worst Metroid Prime decision because they made her talk. And so I've never had the desire to try it. Okay. Where? Oh. It's always up. It's always up. That's the game that put the series on a massive hiatus. The other M did? Oh, it's 4:24. We had extra time today. Okay, hold on. Is there a... Okay, so there's a... Okay, all right. So there's this... Wait a minute. Oh. There's a save point off of this room up here. Oh, I hate that sound. That is a scary sound. Whoops. I think it just means those things aren't working. I think I was supposed to go through that. Yeah, that's what happened the first time. That was like that creepy sound coming out of the Griever in the ice belt. That was really creepy. It had this weird radio-y kind of sound coming out of it. I don't remember. I don't even know how it had that coming out of it, but there was like a creepy sound playing. Okay. All right. This is gonna do it for me today. I spent too much time talking at the beginning, which is one thing that I will probably have to be better at now that I'm only streaming 3 days a week, because I don't think I got started on this gameplay until like, hold on. How many crystals do I have? Oh, Okay, well, I have all the mech parts. So all I need to do is continue searching for secrets and then collect crystals. But I do have all the mech parts. Okay. That's something I'm gonna have to get better at. Like I said, since I only stream 3 days a week now, I can't take up a whole bunch of time. I don't want to take up a bunch of time at the beginning just talking about I don't know, life stuff and everything like that. But today we had an awesome guest the game scene. I appreciate you guys allowing me to do that on Fridays. That was really, really fun. And I appreciate also everybody's understanding and patience with the stream change and coming down to 3 days a week. That was kind of a really hard decision for me to make. But after yesterday, I was like, you know what? This definitely feels like the right thing that I was supposed to do. I won't lie that this game today definitely felt a little bit like a chore. It was kind of like, okay, well, now I just have to collect all these green crystals and we got to collect all the mech parts. That extra surprise boss fight was kind of fun, but I just feel like I can totally understand where people are coming from when they say, this is a definite bottleneck. Because the problem is you find the mech parts pretty early on, but you can't do anything with them until this part right here. And so that makes it feel, and I guess that they did that to try and give you a reason to ride around the desert and collect a bunch of crystals so that they weren't trying to bottleneck you, but it still feels like a bottleneck. So today was definitely the least exciting. I did, yeah, the desert, like the worm thing was not great. And then today we did like the big fire crab thing in Flare Pool here. So, you know, but still, it's okay. We're almost to a point where we can progress the story. I've just got to collect a few more crystals. I do want to get more secrets. I'd like to be as prepared as possible for whatever's coming at the end of the game. But as always, I appreciate you guys so much for being here and for coming and hanging out. The guest the game scene today was great. I will work on editing that and hopefully get that posted to YouTube as soon as I can. But just remember that that every single one of you matters and you are so important. And I know that sometimes we feel that we aren't and that what we do doesn't matter, but I promise you it does. I really, really enjoy seeing everybody kind of come together like on the Discord and kind of building each other up and lifting each other up and just creating a really positive space. And I just really appreciate that a lot. I may not message and respond to things all the time, but I definitely keep my eye on the Discord and I read people's posts and I see what's going on there. And I think that's really, really incredible. I just love people and I love games and I've loved that I've managed to create a positive, environment and a positive community for people. And I think that's great. So just remember, you are important and you do matter. And just remember to choose kindness because you just never know what people are going through in their lives. And don't ever be the reason someone else's life is harder. It's such a stupid trait to be like that. Don't ever be the reason somebody else's life is harder because this life is harder for everyone. This life is harder for everybody. And you just never know what anybody's going through. So choose kindness. Thank you all so much for being here. It was super, super good to see. Okay, wait. Samgu was here. We met Daylight Demon today. And Samgu was here again. And Nos Yoga was also here. Oh, I'm scrolling up through chat. Paranormal Activity series was as much horror as I did, but I just wanted to know what was going on. Hate horror. I remember when Paranormal Activity was released and everybody at my job couldn't stop talking about it. Everybody at my job was like, that was the scariest movie I've ever seen in my life. And I've never seen it. So I think, didn't they make like 3 of them or something? I don't know, but I don't like horror either. I don't mind being jump scared in the moment, but when a horror movie or a game follows me through the rest of the day and then like follows me to bed and I can't sleep because I have all these images in my head, that was actually one of the reasons I quit Little Nightmares was because wasn't so much that it gave me nightmares, but it had imagery in it that for me personally, I couldn't get out of my head all night long. And obviously that one deals with kids and children in peril, and you guys know how I feel about that. But I loved Paranorman. Paranorman was great. I recommend Paranorman. Paranorman's wonderful. But that was one of the reasons I put Little Nightmares down. I did the whole like base game, and then I did the first part of the DLC, which was really kind of perfect up until this one moment. And then this one moment happened, and I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. This just doesn't feel good. I don't feel happy when I'm playing it anymore. And I play games, it's like we were talking about earlier, I play games to try and like relax, and it's like my self-care. And so to play a game that gives me a lot of stress and freaks me out, that doesn't feel good to me, and it doesn't feel recharging to me. So I had to tap out of that one. But anyway, the base game was really fun to play with my brother here, because he was able to kind of loosen things up and make things feel not quite so scary. But that DLC first part, it's on my YouTube channel somewhere. I don't know where it is, but man, there was something in the water, and it was so scary, but I couldn't finish it. So I don't know. Horror games are just not really my genre. Now, things that are jumpy, I can play, but things that are designed to be really, really nightmarish and just gross and creepy, that's not my jam. So, I'm not entirely sure what is going to go down tomorrow, because we're probably going to be stuck here in our house all day tomorrow and Sunday. So I am 100% open to having like a game kind of time on Discord. I will kind of, do some planning, and then I will let the Discord know later tonight, if that's going to be a thing. But I assume, well, we also don't know if we're going to lose power with this freeze. We might, we probably won't. We haven't ever lost power when Texas freeze is over, but there's like never say never. So I have no idea if we'll lose power or not. Obviously, if we lose power, then we lose power. But if we don't, then I might jump on Discord. I also have some continuing education to do, and I've got photos and stuff that I'm kind of working on. And so I don't know if it's just kind of like, if I jump on the Discord and other people can be doing other things, and we can all just kind of have a good time together and just kind of be in each other's company. Like that's really nice as well. But anyway, I will say for sure later tonight on the Discord. My girls are going to be doing like screen time mid-afternoon tomorrow at some point anyway. So, hey, it's Mike. I'm in Central Texas getting grazed by the edge of the storm system. Yeah, we're waiting. It's 50. Let's see. It is raining, and it's supposed to get down to 30. It's not really supposed to reach freezing until like early tomorrow morning. And then all day tomorrow, it's not supposed to get any higher, any warmer than like 34. And it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. So everything's going to freeze over, and yeah, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, so thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. And I hope everybody that is being affected, that is going to be affected by this freeze, if you're in Texas or like the surrounding area, I really hope you stay safe. I hope you keep power. I really, really hope everybody's okay. So, yeah, but I'll see you guys. If I don't see you guys tomorrow on the Discord, then I'll see you guys on Monday. Thank you so much for being here. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time.